There's a difference between the way marriage is understood in our civil society and the way we understand marriage in our Catholic faith. Civilly speaking, marriage is a legal contract. But in our faith, we believe that God has made marriage into a sacrament, a source of God's grace. And in the readings of this Mass, we see some of the essential qualities of marriage according to God's plan. I'd like to explore those a bit with you. One essential quality of marriage in God's plan is the unity between husband and wife. And we see that very clearly in the second chapter of Genesis, where it says that a man leaves his father and mother and clings to his wife, and the two of them become one flesh. The two become one. Another essential quality of marriage, as we see it in God's plan, also in the second chapter of Genesis, is the complementarity between husband and wife. It says in Genesis 2 that God says, I will make a suitable partner for him. So Adam and Eve are created by God to be suitable for one another. They complement each other. That means that the bodies, the hormones, the brains of men and women are created by God to work together in the life-giving relationship of marriage. And that's all part of God's plan. Another essential quality of marriage that we see in the readings today is the permanence and monogamy of marriage. The practice of our Catholic Church about the permanence and the sanctity and the monogamy of marriage is not something that we just made up along the way. What we're trying to do by the practices of our church is to be faithful to the teachings of Jesus Christ himself. And he says in today's gospel, in Mark chapter 10, what God has joined together, no human being must separate. Marriage is a monogamous and permanent and holy covenant in God. Another quality of marriage in today's gospel passage is where Jesus says, let the little children come to me. He welcomed children. He embraced them and he blessed them. Jesus shows us there what a precious gift children are. And in today's responsorial psalm, it also teaches that children are a blessing and that they enrich the lives of their parents and their family. In Psalm 128, it proclaims an expression of blessing over a person when it says, may you see your children's children. That's a great gift, to be able to see your children's children. And so the perspective of the Bible is that children are not a burden. Instead, they're a blessing. When children come along, it can sometimes feel a little scary when we're not sure whether we're going to be able to take care of them. But God is there to help. Whenever God asks us to do something, He also provides the grace that we need to carry it out. So not only does God provide the gift of life, but He also provides help to take care of that gift. Sometimes when a woman is in a situation of not being sure how she's going to take care of that baby, she needs some reassurance and some practical help from other people around her. That's why in the Catholic Church in the United States this year, we're currently in the middle of a national campaign that's called Walking with Moms in Need. And our goal in this project is to encourage parishes to form little teams of volunteer helpers to support women in time of need. And in this program, we're not in any way trying to take the place of local pregnancy help centers. We have some great pregnancy help centers in our diocese, and we need to support them. But Walking with Moms in Need is a parish program that supplements what's done at our local pregnancy help centers. And remember, those pregnancy help centers are in our major cities. They're far from our small towns. So, what we hope for is that our parishes and our mission churches will set up groups of parish volunteers who will create a loving network of support to assist local pregnant and parenting women in need by putting themselves in the place of those moms, walking in their shoes, and accompanying them with some helpful, prayerful, practical support. Our parishes can help moms in difficult circumstances when groups of volunteers will pool their skills and their talents and their time and help moms to get connected to the resources that can help them. In my ministry as a priest, I've seen the positive impact of this kind of outreach from parishes. And I highly recommend that more of our parishes and mission communities will form teams to take part in walking with moms in need. There's another great pro-life program that we promote here in this diocese and all over the country, all over the world. It's called 40 Days for Life. 40 Days for Life is an internationally coordinated 40-day campaign that aims to end abortion through prayer and fasting, through community outreach, and through holding peaceful, all-day vigils in front of abortion businesses. Here in San Angelo, we do 40 Days for Life, even though the abortion clinic here was closed several years ago. Right now, there is a 40 Days for Life campaign that's being carried out at St. Joseph Parish here in San Angelo, where people are taking a little bit of their time, working themselves out into a schedule, dividing up the day in different hours, and they're giving public testimony to the sanctity of life with a peaceful, prayerful witness outdoors at the church. I highly encourage people to take part in that by standing and praying. Even if you don't sign up for a certain hour, you can just show up during the day at St. Joseph's in San Angelo within this 40-day period. And even if you've never before participated in any kind of public pro-life activities, this is a good way to start. It solidifies your personal commitment to the sacred right to life. Another public witness that will be happening this Sunday, the 3rd of October, is the Life Chain. Because not only is this Respect Life Sunday, but it's also observed as Life Chain Sunday, where people stand and pray peacefully, giving public witness to the dignity of life by congregating for 90 minutes on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 3:30 p.m. Usually they're at busy intersections or on busy streets, and they hold pro-life signs and they pray. They form a chain of human beings in solemn witness to the right to life. This takes place all over the country, and it will also be done in several of our cities and towns. I personally will be taking part in the Life Chain this year in the city of Abilene, where we're going to gather over at Holy Family Church on the south side of Abilene. I also want to let you know that I support the efforts to create local ordinances in our towns, declaring them to be sanctuary cities for the unborn. This has the potential of saving lots of lives. So in reviewing the basic qualities of marriage and reviewing the fact that children are a basic part of marriage, a gift from God, and in observing so many ways where we can stand up for the right to life of new children who are born among us, let me summarize by saying that when a new human life is conceived, we need to honor the right to life of that new member of our human family. On this Respect Life Sunday, I want to thank all of those who give of themselves to promote the right to life and to help little children grow up in a safe, loving atmosphere. May God strengthen our resolve with perseverance, courage, and love.